Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. And goodness, is there a lot to discuss. While you enjoy this atmospheric battle, I'm going to talk about all the news that we've had about Ultimate Admiral over the last... Well, I haven't been doing any recording for the last couple of weeks. Christmas, you know, it's quiet time to be with family. I didn't think anything was going to go on with Dreadnoughts, but oh boy, was I wrong. Right, where to begin? So, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs. The Historical Gamer has a really in-depth video looking at the whole situation going on with Game Labs, but I'll just do a very short version if you weren't aware. Back in September, the company that owns Game Labs, a company called Stillfront, they basically said, look, we're refocusing on our core business, we're looking to save money across the organisation, blah, blah, blah. Now, they are a Swedish, mainly mobile games... Well, not really a developer. They're kind of one of those companies that owns a bunch of studios. A bit like a publisher, but not really. Game Labs was always a very weird choice for them to invest into. And in terms of their core business, Game Labs is tiny. So I think what happened was they looked at Game Labs and they went, actually, that acquisition, that wasn't good for us. We're going to cut our losses and cut the studio loose. And Nick Tomadis, who is the lead developer of Dreadnoughts, also was the lead developer on the Ultimate General, Gettysburg and Civil War, plus the chief technical officer, who was the lead dev on all their other games, aside from Naval Action and the new Sea Legends game, have left the company. And I think, given that it was September, if we talk about Dreadnoughts specifically, that is when 1.6 really started to churn out, Nick was churning out updates incredibly quickly. And I think, looking back, what happened was, he was told back in September, we're ending Game Labs, basically. If you want to get your house in order, you can. And he has gone ahead and released a bunch of updates. He's released the new hulls that he had from the 3D modeler. And that's it. He's left Game Labs now. Very interested to see what he comes up with next. I'm sure he'll find something. But as from reading the tea leaves, it's not just those two. I think the entire studio has basically been shut down. It's about 30 people, to my understanding. Well, what does that mean? Well, it basically means, see from the clickbaity title, Dreadnoughts is dead. However, that just means long live Dreadnoughts, because it's a single-player game. And the great thing about single-player games, although there's a bit of an asterisk to that, the great thing about single-player games is that it doesn't matter how many current active players you have, and it doesn't matter if it's receiving active support from the original developers. They can enjoy long, healthy lives. And as a mod author, and starting the Dreadnought Improvement Project, I don't see it as my duty or job. That would be very presumptuous of me. But there is a small but healthy modding community. There is love for this game. It is a really cool concept. So whilst official development may well have stopped, this is actually a pretty big opportunity for us modders now, because one of the things that's been holding us back is the frequency of updates, and those will now stop. So we're we're modding. Excuse me. We're modding a fixed target, and my plans going forward are, well, first of all, to get the Dreadnought Improvement Project working for version 6, the one that you can get back off Steam. Now, maybe thinking, hang on, it says 1.7 here. Yes. So, whilst this is very good news, because the bones are working already on 1.7. Oh my god, look at that light cruiser. The bones are working. It will take some time to import all of the new parts, basically. That's always the biggest job when they release new hulls. But there weren't any kind of gameplay changes with 1.7, so it shouldn't take too long to get things working. But I'm going to focus on getting stuff done for 1.6 first, because that's the easiest thing to do. That will be the last release for version 2. However, I know that not everyone wants to play with the new Minor Nations. Not everyone wants to play the Great Game version, where I've mucked about with how the map looks quite a lot, and there's ahistorical stuff like Scandinavia and Byzantine Empire and stuff like that. So there will be a Dreadnought Improvement Project version 3 Classic, which only has the nations from the base game. No additional nonsense going on. Just plain vanilla Dreadnoughts, but improved, basically. Although there will be some changes to the map, because I personally think that the way the map works is a little bit silly. But yeah, so some of the map improvements from version 3 will be ported over. Oh, look at that, they're flash firing. That's a shame for them. Bad day to be a protected cruiser. So, that's the plan with the Dreadnought Improvement Project. It will take a little bit of time to get things working on 1.7. But support for the game is going nowhere in terms of the Dreadnought Improvement Project. I'm determined to make the game better and better as much as possible for many years. That is the aim. And I'm not alone in working on the Dreadnought Project. Shout out to Rocket, who's actually doing all the hard work about all the parts and stuff at the moment. And also shout out to the Baron, who's doing the Naval Arms Race, kind of more historical focused mod. Fantastic stuff. And there will be more to come for that. Dreadnoughts isn't going anywhere on the channel. I still plan on doing more campaigns after the Byzantine Empire one. Put your suggestions down in the comments of what you'd like to see. There will be lots of stuff for that. But it is a shame that we're not going to be seeing new hulls. We're not going to be seeing any new features. And it's time to talk about that asterisk, which is the multiplayer version of Dreadnoughts. Now, I don't know if many people actually bought the multiplayer DLC. And I don't know many people who are still actively playing it. I would assume that is going to be shut down and going to be quite gone in the not too distant future. I'd be pleasantly surprised if that's not the case. But this was one of the worries with how they designed the multiplayer Dreadnoughts when it originally released. I remember discussing with Stealth and I said, yeah, how is this set up? Because, you know, what happens... I expected the studio to go bye-bye that quickly, but yeah, this is the problem with multiplayer games. But the single player works fine. I personally think they should delist the DLC, but yeah, I don't know who's running the developer account for the game anymore, or where the money is going, actually. If you buy Dreadnoughts now, I don't know where that money goes, presumably to Stillfront. But, yeah, odd times. Odd times. I was sitting there on the holiday going, it's nice to just relax. And it's like, oh, did you know Game Labs is shut down? The game that you play is the main focus of your channel. What? But no, I think it'll, we're going to take the game forward. There's loads of more content. It's still a great game to play. It's still a fun game to play. And I'd love to, I'm excited to get back to work on modding for it, and seeing what we can improve. And, getting back into the swing of things. I've been missing it. I'm looking forward to lots and lots more videos. Anyway, I have been waffling long enough about nonsense. Go watch the Historical Gamers video on the subject, and I will see you again very soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.